All right. Okay, give me a few seconds and we're just about to start. I found some solution, so we can just start now. All right. Okay, so sorry for the delay and thank you for your patience. Uh, I'm Sneer. I will broadcast this trading room. And okay, let's start. Hi. Thank you all for joining us and welcome aboard for the old traders and for the new to just know our trading room now. And I hope you'll join it. Of course, I will take a few minutes to overview for on a few pairs and see if there is any upcoming opportunity for trading. For now, if we'll find some, we will do, at least me, I'll do some positions. And if not, of course, in this trading room, since it's the beginning of the week, it's Monday, I'll spend some of the time to take overview for the next few days for what we call weekly analysis. And we take a look for opportunities for this upcoming week for swing traders and maybe long-term traders. Okay, so let's start. All right. I'll start, first of all, I start with the two positions that I already have from maybe 30 minutes ago. Oh, sounds like Gil. Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, Remy. So I'll start with the US dollar and the Canadian, as you can see in this 15-minute chart. I'll just close the terminal since I prefer to see a full screen of the chart. As you can see, I usually trade with a naked chart. And for those who doesn't know, and it is your first time you listen to me, I just mentioned that I trading, as you can see, with a naked chart and mostly rely on supply and demand level, which is, in my opinion, the most critical levels on the charts. So what we can see here, it's the US dollar and the Canadian in this 15-minute chart, as you can see here above. The price is a very nice rally from that level, as you can see here below, approximately where I put this line. You can see this rise up of the price, and then the price just what's called compressed down in a very, seems like a very powerless momentum. And as you can see here also, the very end of this downtrend, the candles are very tight and small, and the price really make a lot of effort to reach that level. And eventually it seems like a powerless movement get inside a powerful level here on the left. Okay, usually when I trade, all my conclusion came from the left, where the price was last time. So here on the left we have a demand level. It seems like a demand level. It also seems like a Quasimodo pattern, as you can see after this downtrend, where you can see the price make lower low, then high, then lower low, then lower high, then lower low, then suddenly the price with a one sharp movement create a new high and broke out the previous high of this recent downtrend. That indicates that this momentum ends and the price get inside the bullish momentum, and that specific pictures seems like a Quasimodo level, and usually the the right level to buy it's here at the bottom, when usually we will find also a demand level. So for me, this is the demand, I just open a buy position here, not long time ago, and the stop loss will be just a few pips below the last low, where you can see here. It's about 10 pips, 8 pips, as you can see. For now, the take profit is just about here, which is the last top of the price. If we take a look on this 15-minute chart. So we will keep follow this position, okay? And let's see what will happen with this one. The second one I choose to open is, I think it's the pound against the Canadian. And I open a sell position here since the price reached this supply, but I give it a bit more room for mistake. I put the stop loss just above this, another small supply here, just as you can see here. And let's see what happened with this one. If I'm right, the target will be here at the bottom, which is just a bit before the price reach a demand level, which is also here, as you can see, a good level for a buy position, not only to close this sell position. So I'll take the stop loss a bit above. Okay. All right. So this is what I'm waiting for, and we can keep follow these opportunities. So let's just move from one to other, and just would like to remind you that if some of you want me to analyze other pairs, you are more than welcome to write it down on the chat what you preferred. I'll do the best to answer all the requests. And okay, so I'll start with the New Zealandi against the dollar 15-minute chart. We will just take an overview for all these pairs now, see if there is an upcoming opportunity, and if not, I'll try to give some key levels, what at least what we are waiting for. And as you can see, this 15-minute chart, as it look now, I don't really see a good reason for a buy or sell position. Let's switch to the hourly chart, 4-hour chart, daily chart, just to indicate what's on the left. And as you can see on the left, that was originally the supply here. If you already take a look on this daily chart, I would like to explain what we can see. That was the supply, the original supply here. That was the first touch of this supply here. So you can see the reaction. The reaction you can see here, it's mostly because of the unfilled orders here waiting in the bank system. And this is what we call supply level. That's the reaction, all right? And now the price just reached this level again. This is not valid anymore as a supply since the price already checked it once. And when the price checked this supply, it's not supply anymore, but it became, I would say, a resistance. A resistance, it's actually supply that the price already checked few times in a row. So we have only this one, maybe this also considered as a check. And now we are here. As we can see, if we are talking supply and demand, the next available supply above this one, and we need to take a look on the left and go up, and here it is here, at least from what we see in this daily chart. So that is the next available supply. If we are looking, at least from the daily chart, for a long-term position, and we are looking for a fresh supply that the price didn't test yet, this level can provide a good chance and a great risk-reward ratio for a sell position, right, on the first touch. But we are just, we're still far from that level, not very far. It's about 130 pips approximately. You can just wait there. Okay, for now, if we just go back to the intraday time frames, if we're looking for something for a short position, that's not the right level to look for a sell position on the first touch. As I explained before, it's not valid as a fresh supply. But if you just ignore this and take a look on this 15-minute chart, I can just put a line here, which is the last demand, this and this area. And I think that if the price will break out this level, something like this. Oops. Okay, if it's something like this will happen. Oh, that's a very long one. Okay, never mind. If the price will break out this level in a very convenience way, then I will look for a sell position for the intraday terms, I would say, short position, because if that happened, my opinion, and I believe that the price will tend to reach at least that area, this one, or maybe this one even. But as you can see, the price just ranging aside all this way. So we can just sit and wait. At least for now, I don't see any good reason to look for position. Euro, US dollar Canadian, as you can see, we are already, at least me, already in a buy position here. And AUD against Canadian, I put the line here, since if we take a wide look here from the left to see what we expect for, and as you can see in the 4 hours chart, there is a level that seems like a supply. We have a rally to that level and then dropped. To see better the picture over there, we can take a look on this hourly chart, and what we saw on the 4-hour chart, this is how it looked on the hourly chart. So I would say it's a great supply here above, and about this level, you can see these two little candles here. That's the level that I can risk in this position. Let's go back to the previous time. All right. So here above, I'll sell on the first touch. This is what I will risk, 15 pips. We can add let's say 25 pips. We just put the stop loss a few pips above the level. And this is what I'm ready to risk. I will sell this level on the first touch. In fact, I can already now. Okay. Just a check. You still can hear me well, each one of you. Great. Thank you. Thank you all. So, in fact, I can already put a sell order here. Just make it this size. Okay, and I can, as you can see here, this is the window. When you double click on the limit order, you get this window. You can set the stop loss. I just would like to drop the line on the chart, and then I'll just move them to the right level I want. And here we are. Okay, so the stop loss will be just a few pips above. And for now, the take profit will be this demand here below. You see this one? And by the way, the opposite is also considered. This demand can be a great level for a buy position. But to be honest, I will buy this demand only if the price didn't touch this supply here yet. I mean, if the price reached this demand before, then I'll buy here, and the target will be this supply. Okay. So I'll just sit and wait. For now, I won't put the limit order here on the buy limit. I'll just follow the price. Okay, that's all for the AUD against the Canadian. Just to remind you, if you would like me to analyze some other pair, just write it down. I will take a look on the US dollar CAD soon. Okay, I will take a look on the US dollar CAD soon for the long term. By the way, if some of you ask about the fundamentals and market sentiment, because at the present US dollar is down and with futures up. To be honest, I didn't found, with all my experience of 10 years trading, I didn't found a good way to combine the fundamental and the technical analysis. I don't think it's worked together. Again, it's my opinion and my experience, of course. But if you find a way to do it, you are more than welcome. In my opinion, you can be or technical analysis trader or fundamental trader. You cannot be both. And I think also that fundamentals analysis is more for the long-term overview or for the long-term investment. It's not exactly trading, it's more investment. And I'm not sure about how it works, but for your questions, I don't give any idea, or I don't take in consideration when I just look for a position. Of course, I take a look every day on the Forex calendars just to make sure that there is no high impact news at the same moment that I would want to open a position or move my stop loss or thing like this. But it's not something that will make me will put me to make a decision for to open or close positions. Okay, I'll see the list of the pairs. I'll do my best to over all these pairs. So let's continue with this pound yen. As you can see, I put a sell limit order and it just triggered. You can see it here. And the stop loss is just above this supply. Of course, the main reason I put the limit order here, it's the supply you can see here from the left. Anyway, the stop loss is just above this last top, and the take profit is the last low of the price here, the last bottom, which a bit seems like a demand level. So it's a good level to close a sell position. Of course, let's hope the price reach there. We will keep follow this to the end. And GBP and the Canadian, it's almost the same situation. And as you can see here, okay. Well, thank you, Daniel. All right, so the GBP USD, and you can see here that the price create a small demand here. It seems like a reaction here. I'm not sure, but it seems like a reaction. But among all the GBP pairs, I think the pound yen and the pound Canadian, at least for me, create the most clear situation for position. If we take a look on the long term for these pairs, all right, let's take a look for the GBP USD. At least if we can find something for now, let's take a look on the long term. And as you can see, the price just about to reach a very high level. I believe that here above we will find a supply level, the exact picture that we look for if we take a look here on the 4 hours maybe. But at least for now, it's not there yet. And if we take a look on the 1 hour chart, I don't see any perfect reason to sell or buy for the intraday, not even for swing terms, at least for now. Maybe only if the price reach back, retrace to this demand here or this one here below. For the long term, this is where I look for sell position here above. All right, approximately where I put this line. You can see here it's 1.34677. So this is where I look for a sell position. There are two options to react for this level. One of them is just sell on the first touch and put the stop loss a bit above. And the second options, we can just let the price reach that level and look for a confirmation from the lower time frames, from the 15-minute charts, maybe 1 hour charts, from which one of them we will find a good pattern to sell the GBP USD. Okay, US dollar against Japanese yen. And as you can see, the price create this great supply and the price just dive down. You can see all this. It's about 150 pips. It's a nice diving. And if we take a look on the 15-minute chart here above, we have also, it seems like a supply level. So let's go back to this 1 hour chart. This is where I sell on the first touch about this level, and I can risk all this level. Okay. And if you just take a look on the left here, this is where I look for by this a few two little candles. Seems like a great level for buy. Let's take a look on the 15-minute chart how it looks. This demand to be sure. All right, this is how it looks on the left. You can see it here. This is where I put the line. I would like to correct it. I believe this is where I look for a buy position at this situation. All right, here at the bottom, this is what I risk, and both of them is in the 1 hour time frame. You can see it. You can see it of course also in the 4 hour chart. And this supply here above, as you can see now, when we take a look on the 4 hour chart, is not exactly fresh. It's all here on the left, and the original level is the supply here. You can see here, I think we mentioned it before, this one. So the price here, you can see, react to this supply, and this is another check of this supply. So correction, I don't think I will sell here on the first touch. It seems like a supply. It is, look, it is a supply, but I won't consider it as a fresh and the best and the ideal supply to sell. It's more a resistance level. It was supply on the original here on the left, but after the price check this level once, maybe twice and 3 times, it became a resistance, which is a bit less ideal level to sell, to act even. So maybe if the price reach that level, I will look for a pattern, maybe some confirmation from the lower time frame. If I find some, I will sell. And this demand here at the bottom seems more like a fresh demand. So I believe I can buy this demand on the first touch, but both options are relevant for the swing terms, maybe swing Forex traders. All right, so euro dollar. Someone asked for euro dollar. Let's talk about the historical, because also in the euro dollar, when 15-minute chart, 1 hour chart, 4 hour chart, I don't see any perfect setup for a sell position or for a buy position. As you can see, the price check this level now. It seems like a supply level, but the price already touched here once, and even here it's another touch. I think now it's a bit too late to try and sell this level, but we can follow this. So let's analyze the long-term opportunities. As you can see what happened here, the price compressed down and down and down, easy and easy way, all the way to this demand here. Okay. Now what you see here is the reaction because of the unfilled orders waiting for the price here. Even if it was a long time ago, it's still valid. This is the first touch of the price when it reached to this demand. So that's the reaction. The reason you see the price rise up very fast, it's because of this compression here. Usually when the price go against compression, the movement will be much more fast and significant. And that's why we see this. At least for now, it seems that the price on its way from what I see as the supply level on the weekly chart, which is this level. Okay. Also, this level, it's not a fresh supply because it's a just check. It is the first touch of the price of this supply from the left. That's the top of this supply. Actually, if I mark this again, I would do it like this. And this is the original supply here. This is the first touch. Sorry, this is the first touch. The price almost broke out this supply, but don't, as you can see here. And that's the reaction after. So the price just moved from this supply all the way down to this demand. Okay, you can see in the middle of the way, every time that the price make a technical correction, what called, there is a reason for that. This technical correction here, it's when the price check this demand from the left. And this demand, you can see that's this technical correction here. And on and on. When the price just got to the final demand here at the bottom that just started all this uptrend, you can see the reaction. So it's not a fresh supply, but I will definitely look for a sell position when the price reach that level for the long term. Again, because it's not a fresh supply, I will look for a confirmation from the lower time frames. This is the weekly chart, so I'll try to find it on the 4 hours chart, daily chart, hourly chart, depends how the price get there. And this is the next level where I look for a buy position here. Sorry, this demand. This is what I will risk. Okay. But for now, the price is far away from there. All right, let's go back to the Japanese against the yen. This is the reaction. As you can see here, usually when I trade the intraday terms, I usually roll my stop loss very fast. You see that the price in this 1 minute chart create this supply. So I don't think there is a good reason to stay above this supply. I'll just roll the stop loss almost to the entry point. I think it's enough for now. Even, right, this one. I can take it even lower and lower my risk almost to zero. Since I believe that if the price will break out, if the price will break out this supply, there is a high chance that the price will keep moves up. But let's see and wait. Okay, this is the pound and the Canadian. That's the situation now. I'll give it more chance. And the last one was the US dollar against the Canadian. All right, nice rise. Okay, for those who entered this position later than me, it seems like it's worked good for you. Okay, 1 minute chart. That's the situation. Now my stop loss, I don't think it should be so far, just a bit below that small double bottom in this 1 minute chart. Okay, we will follow. I'll take another two pairs that someone asked, and I believe we will finish with that. The New Zealandie against the Canadian. All right. Let's find it. Any question, guys? If you have, you are more than welcome to ask. This is the New Zealandie against the Canadian. Okay. All right, that's the situation. I think we can maybe close part of this position. For those who doesn't know how to close part position, you can just double click on the position, set here the amount you want to close and close. Okay, at least we took something for now. All right, and just close it again. I prefer to see the screen and the charts in a white picture. And New Zealand, Canada. Let's go back. This is the hourly chart. You can see that the price just rise up broke out this supply on his way. Of course, just a declaration. Supply and demand levels are great supply, but the price once in a while also break out this supply and demand level. It, nothing works for 100%. And of course, the price during the time creates new levels, new supply, new demand every day or every few days, depend on the time frame we look. Okay. As it look on this 1 hour time frame, the next available demand for a buy position is here below. And you can see the price compressed down, at least from what I look now. Okay. Doesn't seem like a powerful movement. Seems like a powerless one. The reaction here, as you can see, it's this supply from the left. There is always a reason for a significant reaction, as you can see here. So it's here on the left, this supply. Okay? And I don't think it's the final one. It seems like a technical correction before the price just keep move up. So let's take a look on the 15-minute chart and see if we have another demand before this one. As you can see, we don't have it all this way. I don't see a good demand for buy position, only here at the bottom. So this is what I look for. This for the intraday or a short-term conclusions. Let's take a look on the 4-hour chart and we can see the full picture now. Daily chart and then go back. Okay, that's the daily chart. If we already here, you see this? It's this demand, this the reaction for this base. Okay, that's the demand. The price create this demand. This is the first touch here when the price reached this level. And that's the reason you see this reaction. It seems that the price reached here another demand, supply, sorry. But let's take a look on this 4-hour chart. And 1-hour chart, as you can see, I'm not sure about this level, to be honest. And when I'm not sure, I don't react. And what I'm sure it's about this level most. Let's take a look, a deep look in this level on the 1-hour chart. Okay, this is how it look. And to be more precise, this is where I look for a sell position. Even if the price can, there is a high chance that the price will react to this small supply here. But I'll take the chance here. Here I'll sell on the first touch of the price. It's still far away, but this is the next available supply that I will feel comfortable to sell on the first touch. Only here above and here below, I will buy. And by the way, if the price will break out this level or this area, okay, there is a high probability that we are on the way to the next available demand, which is not here, but here. Okay. All right. That was the New Zealand Canadian, and the next one and the last one probably will be the Euro Yen. Let's take a look on this Euro Yen. All right. Hi, Bruno. You ask if for swing trading or primarily use weekly and daily. Yes, I mean, I'll try to get my conclusions from if I'm a swing trader or long-term trader. I'll try to find the opportunity on the higher time frame. For swing trader, it can be from the 1-hour chart and above, even to the daily chart. If I need to go back with the time, I'll move to the daily chart to see more from the left. And so the answer is yes. Okay, this is the Euro Yen. Let's start with the high time frame, which is the daily. As you can see here, the price even, I think, almost maybe by 1 pips break out all these levels, past this level. You can see here from the left, which is not a supply. It was maybe here, but the price checked this level here and again and again. So it's resistance. And let's take a look here. This is what we can see on the weekly chart. It's all reaction of the original supply, which is this one here. The small candles that you see ranging is moving in a tight range on the side. Okay. You're Mondel, welcome, Bruno. That's the original supply. This is a check. This one, that a half check, and again here. So it's a resistance level. It's still a significant level, but I won't sell there on the first touch. Okay, and I will wait for the price to reach that level. And for where it's now, if I will look for a sell position, maybe I can look for a confirmation from the lower time frame, maybe from the 1 hour chart or 4 hour chart. If I'll find a nice setup, a good confirmation for a sell position, I'll take it, because there is a reason, at least it's a resistance, but there is a reason to look for a sell position there, not on the first touch, at least for me. So this is the weekly chart. Actually, the next available supply above this one is this one here at the top. It's a bit like the euro dollar, not exactly, but also if we take a look on the long term. So this is the next available supply. I'm not saying that for sure that the price reached there, but that's the next level that I, as a long-term trader, will take the risk to sell on the first touch. Okay? It doesn't mean that the price must listen to me. All right. This is what we see on the 4 hour time frame. I'll give you an example what I'm looking for, confirmation from the lower time frame. This is the last demand. That's the first check of this demand, as you can see. It seems like the last critical level that the price creates on this uptrend from the left, all this way. If the price will break out this level, then it seems that the price tends to reach at least to the bottom area here, maybe this demand, and even this support level, all this. I'm saying support because it was a demand. The price checked this once, twice, even passed it a bit, and again. So it's a support level, all this area. Only if the price will break out this level. And when I'm saying breakout, it's not by 1 or 2 pips. Looking for a significant breakout, something that you see very clear in your eyes. All right. And let's take a look on the lower time frame. 1 hour chart. Okay, it seems that the price about to reach a supply level. Again, it's not a fresh one. It's this. It's checking of this one and another one from the left and another one from the left, as we saw on the higher time frame. So I'm not sure it's a fresh supply, and it's a perfect level for sale on the first touch. And you can look here also. Okay, it seems like a good supply. Specifically me, I wouldn't take the risk on the first touch. It's not the perfect situation I'm looking for, but if you still want to look for a sell position, first, you can sell on the first touch. Not everything that I'm saying is 100% correct. You can try to take this risk. You just need to understand that it's a bit more risky from a fresh level. And you can also wait for the price confirmation from, in this case, 1 minute chart. If the price will break out this level in a convenience way, then we can try to look for a sell position for the short-term intraday trading. Okay. Nothing that I would take action right now. And also not for a buy position. You can see we had a demand here. The price checked it once, twice, and it's enough. So the next level that I will buy, I don't see it close. That was before, but it's not valid anymore. Below there is this one, not perfect one, and that's a support zone. You can see the price here and here and here and here. So this one. Let's take a last look on the current position we open. All right, the price in this 1 minute chart. This is where I'll set the stop loss now, even above this small supply that the price creates in this 1 minute chart. So I'm safe with this position. This is the pound yen. As you can see, we are still in. The price reached this small supply, and at least for now, we see the reaction. We are still in. And the last one is the US dollar and the Canadian that just took the stop out. We lost a few pips here, but I believe we are still in a nice profit if you combine all these three positions together. Okay, that's the situation. And I'll keep follow this. All right, thank you all for joining us today. I hope you'll find the benefit from this trading room, and I wish you all a very successful trading week. Thank you very much. See you the next time.